Hello, this is Jytte. So last night I was in prayer and I had a vision of Benny Hinn. And I thought he was on a stake because all I saw was him from, like, if this is Benny Hinn and this is his waist. I saw him, this much of him, and underneath was a crowd of people. He was wearing a dark suit, dark gray, I think. He usually wears a white suit and then he has a dark one sometimes. Anyway, so this morning then I was watching Perry Stone and I prayed, Lord, it would be great if I could go to Jerusalem with Perry Stone. And he said, I will take you there myself. The Lord will take me there himself. And the other night I was remembering how I was walking through Jerusalem in a dream. I've never been there before. But he reminded me that there was a time when I prayed that I could go, to Jerusalem with Benny Hinn. I haven't even watched Benny Hinn in probably over 10 years. Anyway, but the Lord used him 3 times to heal me. Right after I got out of massage school, it was 2001. Right afterwards. My husband lost a business in 99. And I went to the chiropractor and he twisted my neck. And I ended up with 2 bulging discs in my neck. I was in so much pain. I immediately started to cry. Anyway, for a year, every day I would ask the Lord. And I know that that was my fault because I felt like I should have just gotten a massage, but I had insurance still, and I just thought it would be easier since the chiropractor was just a couple blocks away. And then when I went there and he he did that, I suffered for a year for that. But anyway, sorry. I asked the Lord every day. I said, Lord, will you heal my neck? And it was an entire year. I asked him every day. And one day I was sitting in my living room and Benny Hinn was on. And you know how he always called out healings at the end of his program? I was just sitting there and the show ended, and then all of a sudden I said, Lord, did you forget about my neck? And then right away, I felt this muscle in the front of my neck just flip like a rubber band, and Benny Hinn says, don't change that channel. There's a lady out there, you just felt something in your neck, and the Lord's healing you right now. And and I did. I got healed after a year. And then another time, when my kids were little, this was probably in 1995. I was at church one day and the Lord told me, he said, I have called you as a woman forsaken. And I was like, why would you tell me that? I had 4 kids, all under 10. I'm like, why would you tell me that, And then after church, I went up to get prayed for, and the pastor's like, you are a woman forsaken. And I was like, oh my gosh, Lord, what in the world? And then I said, and back then I used to pray for confirmations. I don't pray for confirmations anymore. But I prayed for confirmation. I said, Lord, give me a confirmation. And then on Monday, I was gone all day, but I had put the television on to record Benny Hinn because I used to like watching him back then, but like I said, I haven't in a long time. But anyway, so at 3:30 when I got home, I went in my bedroom and shut the door because that's where I watched my show because, Roy never wanted me to watch it. So I just locked the door and sat in there. And I watched Benny Hinn. And at the very end of his show, he said, there's a lady out there. You've been neglected, you've been forsaken, you've been spoken against, and much, much more. But, dear lady, the Lord wants me to tell you that he is closer to you than your very breath, and all is well. And that whole entire week before that, I was telling myself, all is well, all is well, all is well, all is well. And I knew it wasn't, but I was just saying that out loud. All is well, all is well. So anyway, this is Benny Hinn. Well, last night I had that vision, so I asked the Lord. This is what I prayed, and then this is what he said, okay? I said, it is early, and I'm watching Perry Stone. He's in Jerusalem. I prayed about going to Jerusalem I wrote without, but I meant with him. You remind me now how I prayed I could go with Benny Hinn once. Now you are reminding me I dreamt last night of Benny Hinn. Well, it was a vision because I was praying. Anyway, I see his backside. He is dressed in black or dark gray, and I just saw time is up. Lord, I love Benny Hinn. He is the one used 3 times for my healing. My neck. Oh, and then another time when I was at his crusade with my friend that has MS. He called up everybody that had been raped or molested, and my daughter, when she was 4, was molested. And I was raped twice, and my mother was also raped. They actually made a movie about her rapist. And the book was called You Must Be Dreaming. Anyway, okay. So they called us up front, and I prayed to my Lord. I said, Lord, I don't want this just for me, but I want this for my whole family. Just to myself, I prayed that. And as soon as I prayed that, Benny Hinn said, this is not just for you. This is for your whole family. And God is so amazing. But anyway, so I said, Lord, what are you telling me about Benny Hinn? And that's what I said. This is what the Lord said. Time is up. Time is up. No more time. The end is near. Benny Hinn is staked in California. His back was to you, for you will not see his face again. He will be lifted up, and the world will see him, translated, transported, and transfixed to and fro. They will set their eyes here and there. Nothing, for he is not. Lifted up, not on a stake, but like Enoch. He is a true friend to me, as you are. The world hated him, and who is hated most but my closest friends? Amen. Tell them, daughter, tell them. He is too good for this world, and I will bring him to myself. Amen, Jytte. Amen. The end. It was 7:22 a.m. So, God bless.